What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis has urged caution to those who see Deontay Wilder's first round win over Dominic Brazil holding significance over Anthony Joshua. Okay, he goes on to say, boxing isn't a sport where because one person beat a common opponent of another fighter in less rounds, that doesn't mean anything, explained Lewis. Okay? There is no science to the line of thinking. As I've always said, styles make fights. Some styles are all wrong for a fighter and some are all right. Meanwhile, Lewis gave an insightful view on the art of punching in combinations and the recent Lennoxium post. Okay? So he gave an example of that. I will post it below. But it's time for me to counterpunch what Lennox Lewis said about the comparison between those two fights. Lennox Lewis, I give credit when he's due, and I counterpunch when I need to. In this situation, he's absolutely right. You can't judge two common opponents like that. And triangle theories don't work. Let me give you a prime example. Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya, 2007. Manny Pacquiao versus De La Hoya, 2008. De La Hoya stopped, or should I say, De La Hoya was stopped in 8 rounds by Manny Pacquiao. De La Hoya went 12 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, okay? Yeah, Floyd and Manny won. Manny made it look better. Okay. Ricky Hatton, Floyd Mayweather. 10-round stoppage, Mayweather. Hatton, Pacquiao. Pacquiao, 2-round stoppage. Okay. So but that doesn't mean that those guys got in there and that automatically meant that Manny Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd, because that didn't happen now, did it? Floyd outboxed Manny. He used the ring when he needed to. He boxed when he needed to. He wrapped him up when he needed to. It wasn't the most exciting style, but it worked. And he walked away with the victory. Now, this should be doctrine for all the people that use Lennox Lewis's haterade at times towards Anthony Joshua as a wake-up call. The man knows his stuff. One thing about Lennox Lewis, he knows boxing. And he wants to set the record straight, like, hey, you can't judge that off of there, because I did a video about how Lennox felt about that knockout of Deontay Wilder, and he simply said, hey, he didn't learn anything, which there was nothing for him to learn, which didn't help Deontay. Those first round knockouts, really, they spoil a fighter. Because when a fighter gets to the point where they figure, well, hell, 1 round, and then they fight another fighter, and then they get another first round. I think he made 14, 15 first round knockouts, something like that. But that just goes to show you, Lennox Lewis was critiquing his pupil. He was saying, well, I don't think Deontay Wilder learned anything from that, because the style was all right for Deontay Wilder. Dominic Brazil had that style where he came forward, no head movement. He was a dead man walking. Dead man walking. And Lennox Lewis is right. He didn't learn anything. What could he have learned? Because Brazil didn't give him nothing to learn from. Okay? So that's what that was. So I agree with Lennox Lewis, you know, and he has a nice little fight study that shows you the difference between styles and fighters, okay, and the comparison of 2 elite fighters, and why that shouldn't hold weight until they get their ass into the ring, okay? Again, I'll leave the link below. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunch. Peace.